So for the ear, I'll do the classic like side view that most people chose. Although if you're drawing a portrait of a person, most of the time you're not drawing their portrait from the side, you're drawing it from the front. And so actually a front view is probably the side that you would be most likely to draw if you're drawing a portrait of someone, which would be like this one over here. But since most people choose this one, I'm going to go ahead and draw this one how I would do it. And then you can compare with what you've done, add more detail if you need to, or adjust your drawing if you'd like to. And then we'll go from there. It all revolves around the same principle, so it's kind of, just learning to ride a bike. Okay, so first off I have an oval shape, which is like the overall ear. And it's flatter on this side, and then it's rounded more on this side. Kind of like a D. Or a pointy egg. So that's my first shape. After that, I'm going to look for other large shapes, and then I'll look for smaller shapes. So immediately I noticed the ear lobe down here at the bottom. And I especially noticed this after looking at the Play-Doh sculptures, because on one of the ear videos, the person must not have really talked about the earlobe, because I got a lot of ears that didn't have like an earlobe on it. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay, so we got to get the earlobe down there. So there's the earlobe. It's just an oval. Up here, I see this very strong black shadowy area that looks like a teardrop that's been like stretched. So I'm going to draw a teardrop. I'm not going to stretch it yet though. I'm just going to draw the teardrop. And I can adjust it later. Then I see inside here like kind of a half circle, kind of a tombstone shape, like right about here. But this side is not, I'll make it really light because I'm going to change it. But I see that first. And then I see this like double bump. I don't know, it's like a rounded triangle. So I'll draw a triangle and then I'll round it out. So I'm going to triangle. Okay. To go on with the other basic shapes I see, I do notice that if I extended that teardrop, that I have like a rounded rectangle right here. So I'm just going to draw a little rectangle right here so that I don't forget to do that ridge. And this triangle up here of shadowing, I'm going to add that on there too. Okay. I should have done this on my worksheet since I haven't done it yet. But, okay, so then to go to shade this, well, I got to add some more realistic kind of contours to it first. So I'm going to lighten up my drawing. And then I will add some realistic contours to it. Contours just means the edges. And in the end, I want to blend away my outline completely. So this right here is a super dark edge. That's that triangle that's rounded. So I'm going to go ahead and, on my triangle, round those shapes in there. And then this is going to be a line that I'm going to blend into. There's going to be a lot of dark shading here next to it. And that darkness is going to show like the depth of the ear. You know, obviously that's where, if you're cleaning your ear, that's where you put the Q-tip. As that edge becomes less severe towards the outer part of the ear where it's more shallow. So this is going to become a light, much lighter kind of line that I'm going to blend away. It becomes darker again right here, and there's a deeper shadow that I'm going to blend as a line. Just keep looking for the darks. And then blend or shade into the form. sort of following the basic shapes that were drawn originally. Where the ear's a little lighter, I'm just not going to put as much pencil on. But this ear has no white in it whatsoever, anywhere. So realistically, I don't want to leave any of the ear white, because I don't see any white. Where the ear is kind of flat on the inside, I'm going to use flatter lines. Where it's more curvy, I'm going to use curvy lines. And then once I have my pencil on there and I have a good amount of pencil built up, I can go back with the blender and smooth it down. Overall, the ear looks just a little fuzzy around the edges because it got a little smeary. So I'm taking my eraser off by just erasing something else. And I'm going to go back and like crispen up my edges by erasing around them and getting it nice and white. You can also do like a very, very faint, very, very soft line, like a very thin line like that. You can do that kind of, I'm going to say outline. It's dangerous to say the word outline. But if you stay really, really light like this, people don't see it as an outline. They just see it as an edge. And we like edges in realistic things because there are edges. There just aren't heavy outlines. And then my ear is done.